Hello, champions. Coach Tina here, and it is day 4. Are you ready for this? Of our Fresh Breath of Air Daily Challenge. I don't know about you, but this has been an absolutely amazing experience. It's short videos each day for our breath of fresh air that is allowing you, if you comment on each day's videos, to participate in the big accumulation day where we go really deep on breath work. And I hope that you are excited about this. Comment right now if you're watching live. Let us know, because this is one amazing experience and you're not going to want to miss it. Today we are digging in really deep because we're talking about the biology. And I wanted it to be specific so that you really got the whole system. I mean, obviously, we know that we breathe, but what is happening when we breathe? Well, there's some biology at work. I don't know about you, but I didn't really study breath in high school in biology. I was much more interested in other things, but we can revisit it today and really get a better understanding. So, oxygen and carbon dioxide balance. Okay, that's what's really cool is breath work alters the CO2 levels more than oxygen. And these changes in CO2 directly affect your blood pH, the brain blood flow, and your nervous system signaling. So when we are taking big diaphragmatic breaths, we are oxygenating our system basically. And so as that happens, when more air comes into your system, they're actually at the bottom of your lungs. Those are meant to expand more. The little veins, I don't know, they're called something. That channeling that's inside your lungs is more pronounced down deep, and we don't breathe like that. A lot of us stay up in our top of our lungs, in our chest, and there isn't as much room for the capillaries there. That's what they're called, I think. So when we bring in full breaths into our belly, we're actually bringing more oxygen into our system, into our blood, which affects the brain blood flow, meaning that you now have more oxygen going into your brain. If you ever deal with brain fog or just kind of messed up thinking, it could be because you're not getting enough oxygen into your brain. And wow, you can control that with just a couple of deep breaths. Don't you love it? So the other thing is nervous system activation. Now, fast or forceful breathing temporarily increases sympathetic activity. This raises your heart rate, your blood pressure, and arousal. So you get excited, you get interested, you get energetic. And this potentially rebounds into parasympathetic regulation. This is a reboot to your system and allows this is why when we talk about doing this breath work changes your life, it's because you're rewiring the nervous system that has been working for you for most of your life, and now we are helping it to manually reset so that you can handle more in life instead of being overloaded and stressed out. So, more breathwork biology that you want to know about. We talked about the brain blood flow and the pH, but this lower CO2 causes cerebral blood vessels to constrict, reducing oxygen to the brain and creating a mild temporary hypoxic state that alters perception and awareness. Now, that sounds like it's a bad thing, but actually, what it's doing is shutting down the monkey mind, the front part of your brain that's always thinking and a lot of times sending you negative messages. And instead, you go into more of a meditative state where you can just have some peace and quiet, but get really in touch with your subconscious. When I'm doing my breath work, I am experiencing some things that are just like ideas that pop in that seem kind of random, but there's something about them that's allowing me to move forward. And I'm taking action on them and I'm seeing what happens, and that's pretty exciting. So, one of the things we like to say about breath work is try it and see if it works for you. Your experience may be totally different, but you'll never know if you don't do it. So, neuronal excitability, respiratory alkalosis reduces inhibitory GABA signaling, GABA, and shifts the brain towards heightened excitability, which can lead to emotional release, sensations, or altered states. What in the heck did that just say? Here's the deal. When you're doing breath work, it hits your body, your sensory experience at a different level. And a lot of people aren't expressing their emotions. They're getting stuck in their body, right? And what you find is, even just like when they first start in breath work, they'll take a couple of deep breaths and they'll start to cry. They'll start to have emotional experiences that they haven't allowed, like maybe they haven't cried in a while. Why is that? Well, it's because you're holding it in, and this is the first opportunity your body has had to release that breath, that emotion that tends to be rather toxic, right? And so, isn't that cool that our system is designed that way? Now, stress hormones and adaptation. Breath work can spike cortisol and adrenaline briefly, and this trains the body to recover more efficiently, helping improve stress resilience over time. This builds up in you and gives you a mechanism within your own system to help with stress. So you need this reboot. We all need this reboot, because if you're dealing with a lot of life, you've probably experienced more stress than your body can handle. Now, this may seem like a lot of gobbledygook and information that may not be useful to you, but this is based on actual studies that have been done on breath work. And what they have found is profound, in that this stuff works. And you don't need to know why all of it works. You just need to lay on the floor and breathe. Doesn't that seem like an easy prescription for a better life? I know you can do it. So, we are going to do a different advanced breathing technique today. I have the bug on here because it's a pinch bug, or what the internet said was a pinch bug. And this pattern is not the simple ones that we have been doing. You can do them as well. But this one is a little bit more complicated, not necessarily as hard as it sounds. The hardest part is describing it so that you will be able to do it. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to go through the next couple slides afterwards, and then I will stop the sharing because Facebook is kind of weird. And then it'll allow me to be on screen and we can do this and you can visually see me. So I'm going to verbally explain what's written on the slide, and then we'll get the visual in a little bit. So, with your right hand, and if you're left-handed, you can adapt this, but I'm not going to try to do that right now because that would be super complicated. Basically, you're going to hold your thumb of your right hand up and close your right nostril. So it's just going to lean again, it pinch it close. And you are going to inhale through the only nostril you have left at this point, which is your left nostril. Now, I'm going to explain this before I do the inhale with you. But when we have a full breath, when we're at the top of the breath, we're just going to reach over with our other fingers. It doesn't really matter which one. They said pinky or ring finger, but I think you're fine if you pinch with your middle. It's probably just to keep it light and not to break blood vessels or something. But what you're going to do is you're going to pinch the left side when you're done at the top of the breath, and that will remove your thumb from the right nostril, and you're going to exhale through the right nostril. Okay, so it's just going to be a simple pinch switch. That right nostril opens up and you exhale through it. When you're done, you're going to, meaning that you've exhaled completely, then you are going to inhale through the right nostril, the one that's open already. And when you get to the top of that breath, you're going to pinch the right nostril with your thumb again, and then you're going to exhale through the left nostril until you are completely done. Okay, now you can stop at that point, but the recommendation is to do it for several minutes, but always end on your left nostril. Start by inhaling through the right, and then, wait, I say that back. Start by inhaling through the left, pinching the right, and then always end back at that cycle. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through it one more time. Go ahead, pinch your left nostril closed and inhale through the left nostril. So closing your right nostril, inhale through your left nostril. And when you reach the top of that breath, you're going to pinch the left nostril and you're going to exhale through the right nostril. Now, when that's done, you're going to inhale through that same open nostril, the right one. And when you get to the top, you're going to close the right nostril and you're going to breathe out through the left side. Now we're going to cycle back through. So you've breathed out. Now you're going to breathe in through the left side. You're going to pinch it at the top. Breathe out through the right side. Once you've completely exhaled, you're going to breathe in through the right side. When you get to the top, you're going to pinch and open up the left side, and you're going to exhale through the left side. Okay. And now, since we're ending on the left side, we can stop. All right, that is the advanced breathing technique. I thought that was pretty cool. I hope you did too. Now, the bug wasn't cool. I know that the bug wasn't cool. What we've talked about every day since we've been doing this is, what does this particular breath work do for you? Okay, so you want to measure it on a sliding scale. Before you start, you want to ask yourself, hey, is this working for me? Oh, it is. Great. I want to do the same thing then. I want to try it again. And you do it on that scale from 0 to 10 before you start. Ask how your stress level is, and then after you start, or after you're done, ask, did my stress level change at all? Do it as often as you like and journal about it. Figure out if this is a good thing for you or not. And lastly, we are going to continue our breathwork process tomorrow with a short video. It's actually going to be at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I should have updated my slide, so I apologize. And we are going to do more of a Zoom event where you can come on and ask your questions. We can practice some things, and it's not the final. I'm going to explain everything tomorrow, and then I'll be giving you an online tape that you can listen to. It'll be valid for one day, and then you can send me a testimonial of how it went, and we can talk about maybe doing it in person on Monday. How does that sound to everybody? All right, I'm super excited. If you are interested in doing the VIP, there's still time to get the recorded scenarios. And this is a deeper dive into the topics that are keeping us stuck. And I would love to have you be a part of that. So if that's something that's of interest to you, let me know by putting VIP into the comments. And by doing that, you will get the information you need to get into the VIP section. Okay, love you guys. Hope you're having a truly blessed experience through this. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.